Hi, I'd like to talk a little bit now about internal parasites in dogs and cats. Internal parasites in our pets can be a very interesting disease. We've got heartworms that can cause problems in dogs and cats, and we also have internal parasites that live in the stomach and intestinal tract of these pets. Heartworm disease is very unique because it needs a canine dog to complete its life cycle. We do see heartworm disease in cats. It's not as severe because it's not supposed to live in cats. Becomes an accidental host basically, and we don't see as severe problems in cats as we do in the dogs. In dogs it can cause a lot of problems with the heart, can cause heart failure, can cause other organ system failures, and we're very interested in preventing heartworm disease in dogs so we don't have to worry about treating the disease. It's better to prevent it, it's a lot less expensive, and the animals won't have to go through the hardship of that disease. Heartworm disease is across all 50 states now in the United States. 20, 30 years ago we just saw it down in Florida and Texas and in the warmer climates, but now it has moved to all 50 states, and it is carried by a mosquito. So your dog is going to bite an infected dog or a fox or a coyote or a wolf, and that mosquito will suck up larvae from the heartworm, and then it matures inside the mosquito. That mosquito comes over and bites your pet and injects this larva in, and then it grows into your pet and attaches to the heart and causes all kinds of havoc inside your pet's heart. If we look at this map over here, it kind of shows the different cases. We still are very, very heavy in the south, out in California, Texas, Florida, these dark red areas. There's a lot of heartworm disease. Illinois is still pretty prominent. That's an awful lot of cases there. Maybe not compared to Florida, but you compare it to some of these states up here, and even though we see some in these northern states, Illinois has got so much more than most of these states out here. It can be a devastating disease, and if we can prevent it, we don't have to worry about it ever affecting your pet. Once your pet gets it, there are treatments for it, and most of the time the treatments are successful. But our best bet is to try to prevent the disease, and what we recommend for prevention is a drug called HeartGuard Plus. That's made by a company named Marielle, and this HeartGuard Plus will prevent heartworm disease if the pill is given on a monthly basis. It also has the benefits of treating and controlling roundworms, which is an internal parasite that lives in the intestinal tract and the stomach. It will also treat and control hookworm disease. And again, those worms live and breed in the intestinal tract of dogs and also cats. We can give a preventative to cats for the heartworm, but again, it's more important that we try to monitor these things, and we monitor this by doing a blood test for heartworm disease on an annual basis, and then we also like to do a stool exam on an annual basis that will identify any type of internal parasites in the animal stool, which would indicate that they have these parasites living in their stomach or their intestines. There's also another product that Marielle makes called Frontline Plus. It controls adult fleas, it kills their eggs, it kills the larvae, it kills ticks, it aids in controlling sarcoptic mange, and can help with lice infection. The the benefit to using the Frontline Plus and the HeartGuard Plus is it can control the majority of the internal and external parasites we see in dogs and cats, and by using these two products, we can prevent heartworm disease, hookworms, roundworms, fleas, and ticks. And like I said, those are the majority of the parasites that are going to affect your pet. It's very important to stick with the program that Marielle has devised as far as preventing heartworm disease. They have a guarantee that if you buy your heartworm pills from a veterinarian, do the heartworm test on an annual basis, do a fecal exam on an annual basis, if your pet contracts heartworm disease, hookworm disease, or roundworm disease while they're on this product, they will compensate the veterinarian for the treatment, so the treatment costs you nothing. The big difference, a lot of people will go to the internet to purchase their HeartGuard because it is such a fine product. People want to get it and try to get it as cheap as possible. I highly recommend not doing that. Number one, it will void the warranty. Any HeartGuard that is purchased from the internet does not come through Marielle. Those are bootlegged sources that people are buying from, even though they're saying they're the largest pharmacy in America or the best pharmacy in America for pets. It's a bootlegged product. The product was purchased not through the manufacturer, it was through some other source. Many times it'll get shipped down to where these places are in Florida, and it specifically says on the HeartGuard Plus boxes that the product needs to be kept at a controlled temperature of about 68 to 77 degrees. If you go under that or over that for any extended period of time, the drug that's in there that does all this work to prevent these diseases breaks down and it becomes ineffective. Now, if you have a short excursion, it might not be an issue if it's just 5, 10, 15-minute ride from your veterinarian home, but these things are shipped many times over a 3 or 4 day shipping, and they're shipped in the winter, they're shipped in the summer, and the temperature inside of a UPS truck or a mail truck will be 0 degrees, 10 degrees, 20 degrees, 90 degrees, 100 degrees, and just an hour at that temperature is going to break down the product, so it will no longer work to prevent the disease in your pet. So by all means, buy the product from a reputable source and stick with the guarantee, and that's going to be the best way you can help protect your pet.